tillbaka allt jag inte kunnat ge förut. Det finns ingen annan där som kan stå här by my side.
What's up, goddesses?
Sättet du rör på det får mig att dö för dig, baby. För de här
We'll talk about the full moon.
de vill ju bara
Come on
med
in.
oss. Men du är fett och vanlig. Och det jag lägger av min tid. Jag vill
Nothing
ha
like
dig, ha
good
dig, ha
song.
dig. Du får mig känna sig
Moving the body.
Jag kan nog leda dig, baby. Och jag kommer aldrig
And help bring the day in right. Greetings, everybody. How are you? Alrighty. Greetings, everybody. How are you? I am Tyra Omilade, your goddess guru, your sister friend, and I love helping women align with their life purpose using the power of ancient wisdom and the goddess-centered lifestyle. And today I want to talk about the full moon. You know, part of the goddess-centered lifestyle is being in tune with nature and tapping into ancient technology such as astrology to help us to understand what the heck is going on and how do we begin to get our lives lined up with and in sync with, you know, there's this spiritual law, as above, so below. How do we sync it up? And one of the things that I always say to help you tap into your power and to have the life that you want is it requires awareness. It requires taking a look at what's actually going on so that you can say, hey, I see what the energy is saying, and let me make a choice about how that energy is going to show up in my life. Now, astrology is a little bit part. Sometimes you can't really control it, you know, because it's all about destiny aligning. But a lot of times you can make a choice about how this astro energy is showing up. And so we want to talk about that with the full moon today. So I am just greeting everybody. Hello, Uma Bean. Welcome. Glad you are here. Just welcoming everybody in. And just wanting to also say, if you have your morning beverage, bring it in. I'm a little bit distracted right now. I decided I'm not going to be streaming to Facebook anymore. So I'm like, just really being grounded in, it's okay. Sometimes people find me on Facebook, but it's okay. Anywho, what's your morning beverage? You want to get that? I have Topo Chico water inspired by Kita May. And let's just get ready to start talking about this full moon that we have going on this week. And let's see here. What else did I want to tell y'all? Greetings to all the new ladies. And if you have a candle and you want to light it as a part of our opening, please do. What we're going to do is we're going to light the candle. And also, if you have some type of oil, some type of anointing oil, these are all things that are a part of the goddess-centered lifestyle. Now, you get to choose what your goddess-centered lifestyle looks like. But these are it's like being intentional and tapping into the ancient ways that help us to align better as women with just how to show up in the world and how to it's like how to have success, but from in the feminine way, one that matches our body instead of having to be like a man. We can just be our female feminine selves and do it that way. Okay. So on behalf of the entire community, I am going to light this candle as we begin to open up our Inspired Goddess Morning Circle. And what I want to do is I want to begin to also just taking a few deep breaths, inhale and exhale. And as you do that, I want you to begin to just call in, if this feels comfortable for you, call in your ancestors of light, call in your spirit guides, I'm calling in my guides, who are the ancient mothers, and I'm calling in the energy of the Great Mother, all of the goddesses, and our ancestors of light, along with the ancestral mothers. We also want to honor the spirits and the energy of the north, the south, the east, and the west, and all of the gatekeepers who sit at those directional points. And we're just asking that you be here with us, lead, guide, and direct us, and help us to understand what is it that we need to know for our own lives and for the greater collective from this full moon in Taurus. What is it that we need to know? We also call in the energy of Herakahuti Ogun, the warrior energy, to surround us and protect us as we women work our magic. May the energy of Ogun and all of our masculine protective energies stand at the door and guard it. And may the only thing that happened today be for our highest and greatest good. And we say Ashe, Ashe, Ashe. Oh, and when I say Ashe, it's just my way of saying, I'm co-signing on this. It's just a special way of saying that. Some other people may have another way of saying it. And if you do, please drop it into the chat. I do want to just say hello to all of the hashtag replay queens. And for those of y'all who are here, let's do this. Let's just go on ahead and jump right in. Oh, I'm going to go on ahead and anoint myself. So I just want to encourage you to anoint yourselves with a little oil. And what you can do is you just take the oil. Aho. No, yeah, aho. I was wondering if you're going to write that in there, Uma Bean. And just inhale it. And then you want to anoint your energy. And you can anoint your body. Yeah. So anointing is so, so important. And I think I'm going to do one more. This one is just an oil that I bought from somebody. So beautiful. So when you anoint, you can use an oil that has a certain meaning. And so then it begins to bring in that energy into your energetic field and, into your body, into your psyche. We are pliable and malleable, and we can help make that process happen through using oils and herbs and essential oils and those kinds of things, flower essences. So yes, aho, love it, sis, love it. Okay, so let us go and look to see what are we talking about today. Okay, so yes, so the full moon is on November the 15th, which is this Friday. And you can see that it's a full moon in Taurus. And so I thought this moon, when I initially looked at this, I thought it was kind of rough. I do think it's intense, largely, and I'll tell you why, but it's not as bad as I thought it was, although I do think that it could bring it's not just like this really easy moon where it's kind of like you're just going to manifest everything that you want. It's not that kind of full moon. The full moon is all about revelations because, the sun is illuminating the moon. And a lot of times it could be illuminating something that you don't typically see, or it's illuminating like what's going on the inside of you, maybe versus like your logical mind or what's going on with other people around you. But it's definitely like something inside of you might be pushing and pulling, or it could be you pushing and pulling with other people. And it's just kind of bringing that up. The full moon is all about your needs, or the moon, I should say, is about your needs and your wants. And so this full moon in particular in Taurus could be needs around stability, because Taurus is very stable energy. And it doesn't really like things to change too much. Taurus energy has really been pushed to change a lot because of the planet Uranus being there. But it never gets away from needs, like what it really needs, which is stability for Taurus. Good morning, Shannon. How are you, Queen? Glad you're here. So, that might be something that is being illuminated for you. What do you really need to help bring about stability? And a lot of times, Taurus is about financial stability because Taurus is the sign of money. And actually, Scorpio is a sign of money because the sun is over here in Scorpio. So that's why we have this full moon. The sun is in Scorpio, the moon is in Taurus. And so, yeah, so we will, it could definitely be bringing up money topics, and it's like my money versus money that, of people who we share expenses with. It could be a spouse partner, it could be a business partner, anyone where there's some shared resources. It could be bringing up topics around that, really illuminating them. The good news is, to a certain degree, the topic might be more around needing to have boundaries in those areas, or it's kind of like we've been following a plan and everything is going really well. Or maybe what will come up is, hey, y'all, we need to have a better plan, or we have a plan, but we haven't been following the plan. So it could be bringing up topics like that when it comes to you and other people and money. But it's definitely something around money and stability. And it's also something around maybe even like we need to spend less money. Just because the planet that rules Taurus is in Capricorn, Venus. And Capricorn is, and I'm not saying if you're a Capricorn, you're stingy, but Capricorn is a stingy sign. It doesn't want to give out a whole lot of anything. It wants to just like, if you deserve 2 cents, that's all it wants to give you. There's, if the tip is 10%, it doesn't want to tip you 15%. It wants to tip 10%. It's definitely a little bit stingy. So it could be people are kind of like, hey, we need to be more mindful around finances. I will say this is a moon that is definitely going to affect society, and because so many of the outer planets are involved, and when they're involved, you'll see a lot going on in society. And so we have Uranus involved, we have Neptune in this moon, and we also have Pluto in this moon. And so some of these topics you might be seeing happening on the world scene. And, here in the United States, there are a lot of people based on the election who are saying we're going to be spending money differently now that this new president has been elected. And allegedly he's going to, be doing tariffs and stuff like that. So, it is actually, I believe, being seen, but maybe I'm not seeing the big picture with the news outlets that I'm looking at. But anywho, that's something that we might be seeing, just topics around money and like having a plan around the money, or something around money and how money is flowing or not flowing on the world level. Okay, so the other thing that I want to say is this Taurus moon it also has the energy of Capricorn in it. So there's another one around money. Something around boundaries, something around having a plan, tightening up, that kind of thing. So it's bringing in this Capricorn energy. And another thing that I find interesting is on the day of the new moon is when, let me just double check, is when Saturn goes direct. It's been stationed. We call it stationed. And I'll show you what I mean. You see Saturn? It's just on the 12th degree, on the 12th degree, on the 12th degree, right? So, yes, on the 15th, the Saturn goes direct at 9:21 a.m. The moon is at 4:28. So at least it'll be direct, you know, at the moment of the full moon. But make no mistake about it, when the planet is stationed, it's just sitting still so that it can stop retrograding and moving forward. It creates a lot of energy. It makes its energy very, very powerful. So I really do believe, because Taurus is a moon that is about manifestation. It's the ultimate in manifestation. And then it has the energy of Saturn in it, because of that Capricorn, and that's using a special astrology technique. Because it has that there is something in me that kind of well, it's not something in me. My thought based on that astrology is, this is a moon where you can manifest something. Some people may be manifesting more money. It's about materializing something you've been working on is now materializing. Another thing about Saturn and Capricorn is this energy of completing a thing. So you really, with this moon, could be completing something. And maybe you think, I'm off schedule, and you don't think you're going to complete it, but then all of a sudden something happens, because this moon also has Aquarius in it, and it has Uranian energy. It's right there with Uranus. And that could just bring something, like all of a sudden it manifests. So I do like that about the moon. And we have Pluto up here in Capricorn. Yeah, in Capricorn, so close to, getting ready to go over in Aquarius. So it's kind of like this energy of like the last transformation, the last little bit that you need to do to actually get that thing manifested. And some of this Pluto energy is about, like, how do you need to transform in order to be successful? What's the last little bit that you need to do to get yourself on over into where you are like totally bought into your success, or you're totally bought into completing whatever this thing is? It could be professional, it could be personal, doesn't matter. It's like, what is it that you really need to do to get bought into, so that like really step into your power so that you can manifest this thing? So I want to just pause right now. I want to just say good morning. Okay. Because I was nervous. I was like, where's everybody? You can ask Uma Bean. I was kind of like fumbling, like, where's everybody? But y'all are here. Hey, Shannon. Hi, Keita May. Time to use up all my COVID extras. I heard that. I heard that. Hi, Azizi. How are you? We are tightening up for our mattresses. I heard that. Hi, how are you? What's up, Minister Ocean Kimmy? Oh, good. Okay. So yes, this definitely could be a manifesting full moon. And see, another thing is Venus is over here in Capricorn too. So with Venus being over here in Capricorn, it is really bringing in this earth energy and this energy of manifesting. Okay, so let me just make sure I go over all of this is using degrees. So I just want to tell y'all some things that I wrote down. Because the moon is on the 24th degree of Taurus, it also has the energy of Capricorn and Aquarius. And so it could be some type of unexpected material manifestation. It could, because it highlights something, it could highlight, what kind of plan do you need? What kind of structure do you need to put around your money in order to make the progress that you want to make? Or maybe you'll see you're making progress because you've been following a plan, a money plan. Okay. Now, another thing about Capricorn energy is its reality check. So I do believe that this moon can bring some sort of reality check. It might bring a reality check around friends. It might bring a reality check around self-worth and value. Maybe it's kind of like you're hanging out with people and you're like, wait a minute, I'm kind of recognizing that I'm not feeling my best here with this group. This group is not actually helping to edify me. This group is not helping me to be successful, but it's like a reality check. It gets illuminated. Other thing it could do is illuminate who you actually need to hang out with, because we do have this Neptune in here. And I believe that this Neptune combined with Saturn being there and Jupiter being Saturn in Pisces, Neptune in Pisces, Jupiter in Gemini, it feels like there is a cloud of some sort. There's a shroud of lack of clarity. There is like a fog that is so thick, but you can't tell anybody that is not there because they will argue you down, you know? And so I kind of feel like there's an illusion that some people are under. And this full moon potentially has it could potentially bring up a reality check so you can really see things, because it's Earth. We have Taurus and 2 planets in Taurus. We have 2 planets in Capricorn, and the ruler of the moon is in Capricorn. Venus is in Capricorn. Another thing too is Scorpio is a little bit of a reality check type of sign too. So we have Scorpio there. And so it's like this moon is that one, it's like a window where we can see things, because when this moon is gone, that window will close back, because we do have just I even noticed we got Mercury up here in Sag, Pisces, Gemini. They're all mutable signs. Fact from fiction, who knows? Who knows? So I just think it'll be a window, and a window of reality check, and then it's going to close. So maybe it's a reality check around the people who you're hanging around. It could be some type of reality check around your worth and your value. It could be one or reality check around your finances. It could be there was one more again around these friends and people who you're hanging out with, because what I was going to say is, because we're just shrouded in this energy of illusion, there could have been somebody who is like tried and true. They are there for you and you can't see it. But this moon might make you like, oh my gosh, how have I not seen that this person or this group is actually really for me? And I need to, connect a little bit more with them, and you'll feel better as a result of it. Maybe you'll see something around you don't feel good about yourself, and this moon is going to help you to be able to really see, like, this is why you don't feel good about yourself, and this is what you need to do to step into your inherent worth and value. Let's see here. I want to ask you to think about, are you making progress on your plan? Whatever your plan is, are you making progress? That's something else that you can ask yourself during this full moon, and just get real with yourself about what you need to do. This Taurus is also about food and self-care. So maybe it's like this moon is going to be helping you to see, crap, I really need to be focused more on my health and well-being. The flip side of it, because it's 2 sides in astrology, at the very least it's 2 sides, is you have been doing a really good job of taking care of yourself. And this moon it's like you thought you had this many more pounds to lose, and it's like all of a sudden you're like, oh crap, I've been well past that. I didn't even realize it, or you've been wanting to do better with cooking your own meals or exercising, sticking to your exercise regimen. And you're like, oh my gosh, I'm just now recognizing how good of a job I've really been doing. I'm so consistent with this thing, right? So that's something else. Okay, so let me see here. Yes, thank you. Please hit like. That helps the channel for real. It really, if you believe in the work that I do here, it really helps to elevate the algorithm, because I can tell you the algorithm is nothing to play with. I'm working as hard as I can to stay afloat. I've had the reality check happening already. Yeah, me too, actually, Shannon. Me too. Azizi, yes, seeing interesting energy with folk I hang out with. And a sister I met a few months ago wants to connect. She's a child of Oba. Oh, Oba. Nice. Wee doggy, just recently diagnosed with high blood pressure. What a wake-up call. Thanks, Taurus Moon. Yeah, Uma Bean. I'm excited that this is the beginning, because you can, use this full moon to download that plan so that you can, come up with what's the steps you need to take to reverse the high blood pressure. So, and one thing about Taurus, and again, I'm a Taurus moon. It's nothing against Tauruses, because I'm going to tell you, I'm a hard worker. I'm a very hard worker, but Taurus is a lazy sign. Taurus is like, why is everybody rushing and doing all this? Like, we need to chill. We need pleasure. That's another thing that this full moon could be bringing up. Are you enjoying yourself? Are you having pleasure? Since the election, I have pulled so many cards it's like pleasure. I'm like, no, there can't be pleasure. It's like, this is so bad. And I'm just like, well, if it keeps bringing it up, I'm not going to let them steal my joy. I'm going to enjoy life. I think about my ancestors and how it's dances that I do from the ancestors who were oppressed. I don't actually know true oppression when I think about my ancestors. And they still found a way to dance and rejoice and have faith and find a way to enjoy life given, the conditions that they were in. So, that's something that this moon might be bringing up. What, pleasure principle, baby. Pleasure principle. Ah, ah, ah. I can't sing. I'm sorry if that sounded bad, y'all. So there's nothing like pleasure to take that hypertension down, is what I'm trying to say, Uma Bean. Let's see here. Yeah, I think I'm gonna turn on pleasure principle today. I'm like, we gonna have to keep enjoying ourselves. Okay, so let me just keep going with my notes. Queen of Swords. Okay, I'm gonna have to look that up or type in what that means. I don't know tarot that well. Even though I use my goddess tarot, it doesn't have swords. It has the elements is what I know the best. So, okay, so I talked about the Uranus being there. Sudden events can happen. Now, here's something else that I think. There is definitely this energy around, you could get an unexpected up level. You could get a breakthrough with this moon. And I really do think it could be an emotional breakthrough. It could be a financial breakthrough. Now, some of this breakthrough is not necessarily like the money is coming in, but there's something emotional where you need a breakthrough in order to change what's going on with your money, with your ability to manifest, because Taurus is really just about manifesting also. Maybe you've been looking for a healing of some sort, and so you might be able to get a some type of emotional breakthrough where you're all healed up. I think a little miracle could happen also in this moon because of Neptune being there. It could be some divine intervention. The kicker is this. It's something where you have to make that choice to embrace it. Sometimes we have a miracle happen and we are just like the recipient. It's just like, wow, this just came in for me. This is amazing. And you almost feel like I didn't even do anything to get it. It just showed up. And then there's the kind of miracles where it's like, if you don't get up and go actually do something to receive that miracle, it will pass you by. So I do believe that some type of divine miracle. Another thing it could be is it's like a divine connection. It's like, I know that I heard from the divine, and it's just, yeah, it's something like that. I know that I've heard from the divine, and uh it just changes you. It gives you a breakthrough. So I want y'all to open yourselves up for a miracle. Today is Wednesday, so Wednesday through like Sunday. But it's one that you need to go get. You got to take some action. It's sort of like the energy of in the right place at the right time. But if you don't actually go to that place, then, it's kind of like you needed to be at a certain place in order to receive it. So open yourself up to that. Yeah, and also you might get an emotional breakthrough around your worth and your value. And I just keep bringing that up because that's what Taurus is about. Now, the other thing that you want to think about is the sun over here in Scorpio is digging deep, baby. It's like going deep, deep down inside into your psyche. So it's definitely something, could be, something healing, something psychological, and it's a wound that's there. It could feel a little bit uncomfortable coming up out of it, though. I'm gonna be honest with you. It could feel a little bit, but on the other side, this is definitely a little bit like Phoenix rising type energy for sure. Let's see here. I do want to say just one more time that Pluto interacting with this moon, and it's like this moon might be revealing something that is gonna happen a little bit down the road. And what needs to happen is stand in your power. It's like the way to get to the other side of that thing that you want is to stand in your power, or allow the transformation to actually happen. Stop resisting the transformation. Allow the transformation that is needed to get what you want to actually happen. So let's see here. I want to just use that as a way to go through the signs. I may not be able to play a music, but I can sing it without getting dinged. So let's just kind of go through, and there might be some other things that I want to say, but I want us to, y'all know I'm about practical spirituality. So I want to go through the signs, and I think I'm going to do this one right here. I like the way these look right here when I did it. I want to go through the signs. Let me make my face look a little bit more. There we go. So let's talk about transformation for through the sign. So we're going to start off with Aries. Now, Aries, for you, this is happening in the second house. Actually, this is what I'm going to do. Y'all tell me some thoughts really quickly. I need to bring something up really quickly. It'll give more details. Let's see here. Tell me your thoughts about what we've talked about thus far. Can you see yourself in this yet? Because sometimes we listen and we don't quite through the cheat sheet. We don't quite know what it means yet. And sometimes it is to come. Sometimes it is to come. Yeah, here we go. I think I'd rather do this one instead. Why is that 2? Okay. Time to position myself for what spirit is bringing in. Love, love, love that. That is a really good thought and way to work with this moon. Great Horizon. How are you, Bliss? Welcome, welcome. Okay, going back to it. So for Aries, this is happening in the second house. And so it could be there's some transformation that is happening for you in terms of career, and it's gonna change the way you make money. Or, maybe you are needing to, really own or bring in some money or something like that. Be ready to receive the money, and it might come unexpectedly. But I believe that there's a transformation or something around career that is needing to be completed, or what you're known for, that would help you so much with this moon. Let me see, do I want to say anything else? And it's definitely this internal process that I think a lot of Aries are going through, and that is significantly impacting choices around money, choices around career. So that's what I have for Aries. So Taurus, for you, this full moon is happening in your first house. I tell you what, Taurus, this moon could really illuminate where you are going to take your life, what direction you're taking your life in. It's been a lot of changes happening for Tauruses. And so the Tauruses out there may just be finally like, I'm clear. I know what I'm going to do. And it's something about the vision that you have, or something around your goals, Taurus, where it's like this transformation needs to really happen. And it might be that the vision that you had, uh, you know, maybe you're not all bought into it, and that's the transformation that needs to happen. Or maybe, Taurus, you you need to transform your vision. It's just not the vision that you want anymore. So that's something to think about. It also could have something to do with your body and your appearance, Taurus, where you are just like, I've got to make this transformation. I believe there are a lot of Tauruses who are very slim. Don't get me wrong, but it's a lot of Tauruses that are not slim. It's a lot of Tauruses that love sugar, love to eat. And it's just kind of like, this full moon might be a reckoning around that. Now, some of the Tauruses might be like, hey, we're doing really good. We were struggling with our, like, how we eat, but we're doing really well now. So, yeah, I just want to put that out there for you, Taurus. This is a very transformational moon for Taurus. Now, for Gemini, this moon is happening. Oh, okay. I was about to be like, what? Okay, this moon is happening in the 12th house. So, actually, there's a lot of Geminis who might be struggling. Check on all the Geminis in your life. They're typically very funny and quirky, but some of them might really be struggling right now, because the transformation that they're being asked to make is like this internal transformation. Or maybe not all the Geminis are standing in their power. So, it's kind of like there's something hidden and they want to get it out. Maybe some of the Geminis, I think about my son, it's like stand in your power around your creativity. Or for some of the Geminis, it could be stand in your power around, through your spirituality, or, as a spiritual person that you are, you need to really stand in your power. It is definitely a moon where, if you want more intimacy, Gemini, then I think it's like, what is it that you need to do? What is that transformation that you've been called to, where you can get more intimate relationships, feel more deeply connected to people? And a lot of that is through, like, some Geminis can just be not quirky, witty all the time. It might be, okay, I really do need to let down my wit defense. And this could be a moon that's highlighting, all the troubles of the Geminis. I'm sorry to be stuck here, but this is a little bit like, it may not be a fun moon for the Geminis. It might illuminate some things that y'all are just kind of like, I'm not happy about this. Now, again, there's a lot of ease and flow and blessings in this moon because I don't want to make it all dark and grim, but it really is kind of like when things are easy, we don't really feel the need to change or anything. But it's when things are, it's a struggle, then that's where we will find a lot of growth. And so that's why I'm kind of focusing on a little bit more towards the negative, because I want y'all to grow as a result of this moon. And what I'm focused on is this Pluto in Capricorn. And what is it asking you? How is it asking you to transform or step into your power? Where have you not done that? And when you do that, this is for any sign, it is going to help you to finally get done whatever it is that you want to get done. How many of us just kind of stay on like the little hamster wheel of a problem? That problem just stays there. It stays there. And we never get off that hamster wheel. I am one of those people. And so it's like, this is our opportunity to get off that hamster wheel. And so for some of the Geminis, it is about that inner world. Last little bit, it might be for some of the Geminis, you want to be more spiritual. Okay. Okay. So for Cancerians, now this is a nice little, this is nice. For the Cancerians, it could be that there's something out of balance. You know, Cancerians, it's nothing personal, but some of y'all just be taking care of everybody else but yourself. You're just mothering everybody, mother everybody. So maybe part of what you want to do is, how can you let people stand in their own power and they can take care of themselves, even though you might cheer them on, you might help them a little bit, but some of this is about you staying in balance with that nurturing tendency that you have. You want to keep that in balance, and that's going to help you succeed more. It's going to help you be open to receive some good fortune. It's going to help you to be open to maybe have relationships where you get nurtured by other people too. Even though I know you only want a little bit of nurturance from other people, but it'll help you to feel nurtured. The other thing about this moon is like, what needs to transform in your relationships, or what, maybe there's a relationship you need to end that would allow you to be more prosperous and more gainful, or to achieve the goals that you've set for yourself, or to make progress. What do you need to do in terms of like maybe putting boundaries on how you interact with people so that you can really be in a community where it's a give and take between you and other people. This could be a very prosperous moon, a very lucky moon for Cancerians. However, the transformation is in the house that has to do with other people. And where is it with you and other people that needs to be transformed, that potentially could be keeping you from being gainful and receiving luck? Okay, so that's Cancer. Let's see here. Hello, Reliable Jewel, Dr. Reliable Jewel. How are you? I'm so happy to be here. No, you know what? I know Shannon is a Cancerian. I can't remember if it's rising or moon, but that would be a good one. What is it that you need to do, Cancerians? Sorry, let me take that down. Oh, here we go. What is it that you need to do, Cancerians, to launch a podcast, get on YouTube, something like that? Okay. Okay. So now for Leo, the great and mighty Leos. Now, Leos, you're another sign where this full moon could really be indicating something that is pivotal for you. And for you around career, maybe it's something around your health and well-being. You just haven't made this this transformation. And it's like you can only get so far in your career because your health is impeding you, maybe. Another thing about where Pluto is for you, which is in the sixth house, is all about being orderly and systemized, and having a well-oiled machine that will allow you to be successful. This sixth house also has to do with teams. So for all of the Leos who are listening and you are a manager or you a business owner with a team, it's like what needs to transform on that team that would allow y'all to have more success? And some of it might be some people need to be let go, right? Maybe some of the Leos, it's kind of like break up with your job. I'm not saying quit the job, but it's kind of like the quiet quitting thing. I'm only going to give this job so much of my time and energy because I need to focus more on the direction that I'm heading in my life. Because this full moon is something about career, is something about what you're known for. The sixth house is all about health. And so it's kind of like in the vein of health. And it's not necessarily just the physical body. I just want you to have the theme of health. What's not healthy in your life that is perhaps, preventing you from being more gainful or making the inroads in your career that you want to make, Leo? Ooh, let's see here. But I believe that it could bring something amazing and wonderful because this moon does have some good manifesting energy, or maybe some revelation is coming to you. Expect something. You can expect something unexpected. Okay, Leo, let's see here. What else? We're going to go to Virgo next. We're going to go to Virgo. Yes. So Virgo, this is your ninth house, but Pluto for you is in the fifth house. Now, Virgo, this ninth house that this moon is happening in, first of all, it's one of my favorite houses in terms of like it's about good luck and fortune and it's growth and expansion. The kicker for you, Virgo, would be, is there something that needs to be transformed from your childhood, or something around your gifts and your talents? It's like you really haven't fully stepped into your power in terms of your gifts and your talents. And it's like an anchor. No matter how much you can see the growth, you can see the expansion, you can see the horizon of where you're headed, it's almost like you can't get there because you haven't fully embraced your gifts and your talents, or you haven't fully healed up from maybe some childhood wound. It could also be something around your own children, or you as a mother, or maybe you never were a mom and that still is kind of like bothering you. And it's like, in order for you to fully actualize, Virgo, just transform that hurt and that wounding around, never being a mom. If you are a Virgo and you lost a child, it's like really getting that energy all healed up, making peace with it. That Pluto in that house that has to do with children can really help you to, it's like it can help you to step into your power so that you can continue to, fully self actualize. So it could be your childhood, it could be something around you and your children who are alive, not ever had children, you have loss of child, something around that. Another thing too is this fifth house has to do with hobbies and having fun. And a lot of Virgos actually are very witty. They're kind of like Geminis, whether people believe it or not. Virgo is a very witty, funny sign. But Virgos work very hard. They are the workaholics of the astrology. One of the workaholics. It's a few of them that's up there, but they are like the first ones that people are going to think about when it comes to workaholic. And it's kind of like you keep not having fun. You keep overworking and you're not going to self-actualize. You're not going to be able to travel and do all that you want. You need to go on ahead and have some fun. The more you have fun, Virgo, is actually going to contribute to you being to traveling and all that. Last little bit too. Virgo, everything isn't practical. There is good luck. There is good fortune. So open yourself up to being lucky. Maybe you just kind of feel like, well, this is just my fate in life. It's just the way Virgos can think sometimes. But open yourself up to being, having some good fortune and being lucky. And that will also allow you to soar. If there's any Virgos out there who want to write a book or there's some type of publicity that you want, you've got to be okay with standing out. That's one of the things that this moon might be bringing up for you. You don't want to stand out, but you want to write the book, but you won't write the book because you're like, oh my gosh, in order to sell the book, I'm going to have to go out and talk to people and all of that. That's part of, it's just part of what it is. So this full moon might be helping you with that. Okay. Let's see here. I'm going to leave this on Virgo because then I'll know when to, I put chapters. Let's see here. Oh, I went back too far. My inner rebel is on fire. I love it. Okay, I thought you were Cancer rising. Leo and Virgo, listening. Virgo moon, Leo rising. Oh, Cancer sun. Okay, Cancer sun. Oh, Virgo moon, Leo rising. Okay. Azizi is a Virgo sun, and she's a Libra rising, Aquarius moon. Okay. Okay, yeah, let everybody drop your placements. Who's here? I'm a Pisces sun sign, Scorpio rising, and Taurus moon. That is very true. I'm focused on the transformation literally today with Oya. That's right, Virgo. Y'all are hilarious when you relax. But let me tell you, Virgos be working hard. I agree. Geminis are so fun. Azizi, having issues with my mom. I'm okay not with not having children, but I don't spend enough time with my younger cousins. Okay. My mom says I need to develop relationships with them so they'll check on me. Yeah, I get that. Wherever you're standing in that, wherever you're standing with that. Very true, Tyra. Spot on. Nice. The way she just read my Virgo rising as. I was feeling this Virgo energy. I was like, the mothers are channeling through me, read Virgo. They are channeling to me, read Virgo. Libras, are y'all ready? We about to hear from the Libras. Watch, the Libras about to chime in. Okay, so for you, Libra, this full moon is happening in your 8th house. Now, just like I told Gemini, this may not be the most fun full moon for Libra rising. And you know what, Azizi, I can see to a certain degree with you being a Libra rising why your mother is bringing all of that up, because the transformation is down there in that house of family. It's in the house of Capricorn is on your 4th house, which has to do with home, family, okay, ancestors, as well as emotions. But this is happening for y'all in the 8th house. So it's like this energy for y'all of double transformation. Double transformation. We got Pluto in that 4th house that's saying, hey, it's something now. The emotional breakthrough people might be Libra. And I'm going to be honest with y'all. A lot of Libras struggle with emotions. And it's because if you have too much air and fire, some of the Libras might have some Pisces in there or some Cancer, some Scorpio. They might be okay. But for the Libras that have a lot of even earth or fire or other air signs, they really struggle because Libra is being an air sign. Those air signs are just always up in the mind, and Libra will play out every scenario. Well, there's A and then there's B. And then there's, it's like always, remember, it's the scale. And so this moon is kind of like maybe getting you to really go deeper within and to really tap into that emotional, more feminine energy. And that is what the transformation that needs to happen in order for you to get a breakthrough, in order for you to manifest that which you want to manifest. It may be something around, again, finances. So maybe some of the Libras are like, I really want to pay off this debt because the 8th house has to do with debt. Or you want to start doing some type of planning around like estate planning. But there's something that's been blocking you from doing it. Like a lot of Libras might really feel like they can't get certain things done and they don't really know what this blockage is. And it's something around emotions. It also could be something around inner childhood wounding. Y'all, let me tell y'all something. Some people do better coming out of a situation. It might be all the same people experience the same thing. The water signs are going to come out the ones that need to go to therapy, right away. It might be the ones that you kind of see are the drug addicts and stuff like that. To me, air signs and maybe even fire. It's almost air signs in particular. It's almost like air doesn't feel things emotionally. The wound will be there, but they don't feel things emotionally. Fire will be the rebels a lot of times. Earth is kind of like you just kind of learn how to survive because the earth signs, they really are truly about like surviving here on earth. They are the ones that are masters of the physical plane. And so I think that this moon is really moving Libras and the other air signs. It's kind of like you're going to have to really do this emotional work and get this healing so that you can get out of debt, so that you can go on ahead and, maybe y'all do need to have more boundaries with people around money, or you need to put some more boundaries around your money. And it's going to help you in terms of just having more resources. Another thing is, it's like Libra, apply for the grant or, apply for the fellowship. Do it. Go for it. This other thing for Libras is definitely something around this connecting and being with other people, this emotional intimacy that you may be craving. It's kind of like, what's the last little bit that needs to happen? What transformation needs to happen in order for that to happen? It will, or for that to manifest, it will definitely be something more emotional. It also is like some change that needs to happen. Maybe you need to move. Maybe some of the Libras start getting to a place where they're like, I need to move, right? So, or it's just something about the home. Maybe you need to clean your home or redecorate the home or something around the home. Working on your home, that will actually create a transformation that creates a transformation. As people would say, if that makes sense. Okay, let's see here. Key to May, Scorpio, Sun, Sagittarius, Moon, Taurus, Rising. That's right. Okay. Virgo Moon. Okay, Bean. Virgos are letting me know that the mothers, the spirits channeled a message for y'all. Dr. Reliable Jewel, Pisces Sun, Taurus Moon, Aries Rising. Wow. Beautiful. Love it. I don't know what that looks like. I mean, it's coming through as an emoji of some sort. Okay. So let me change this banner so I don't forget, because I can't stand it when I forget to change. Oh my God. It's okay. Scorpios, and I'm just saying that because I'm a Scorpio. So, Scorpio, this full moon is happening in your 7th house, and it's happening The Pluto that I'm focused on is in your third house. So it's definitely something around the mind or mindset. Oh my gosh, this is so on point. This week, if you've seen the video that I put out for this week, um, I said I pulled the pessimism card. I think that was the video. I pulled the pessimism card. And that's the second time I pulled that card. I pulled it last week in the post-election video. I think that was when I pulled it. I know I've pulled it twice for the community. And it's like Scorpio can actually be some of the most pessimistic people. And it's because you have Capricorn on the third house. And Capricorn, we've already talked. They are the reality check. That's the reality check sign. And so Scorpios are blunt AF. Don't ask a Scorpio if you don't want to know. I get accused of being very direct sometimes. And my husband I think he has 5 planets in Scorpio. And I always say, don't ask Craig if you don't really want to know. Don't mean to be blunt AF, but it's just how it is. But one thing about Scorpios, now Scorpios, we could be manipulative. There's a negative side of Scorpio where Scorpio is diabolical. However, this is a sign who is always, always going to tell you the truth. When it's in the, more healthy energy, it will tell you the truth. But sometimes it is like Scorpio is so burdened down with the truth that the energy is just negative. And so the transformation for the Scorpios, on one hand, is through your mental self-talk. How are you talking to yourself? There's been some transformation that's been happening in the house of mindset for you, Scorpio, for years now. You've been asked to change the way you think and look. You want to have an empowered mindset. Scorpio has so many traumas that happen to it that, it's like you just don't feel empowered. Well, it's time for Scorpio to stand in your power. If you really want to create the change that you wish to seek in your life, Scorpio, if you're tired of being out of balance and out of whack, because this Taurus moon is happening in your house that has to do with balance, then you've got to stand in an empowered mindset. If you are mentally unwell, you want to do something about it. And it's a lot of Scorpios that could be mentally unwell because it is a sign that it's the sign of trauma. So those are things that you want to be thinking about. The other thing is there is some shift that needs to happen in your relationships. And maybe a lot of Scorpios need to be putting a lot of boundaries, a lot more boundaries, because the thing about Scorpio is Scorpio will not let you in right away. Scorpio is very slow to make friends. But baby, when a Scorpio loves you and cares about you, pretty much we own you. We possess you. And it's like, you are mine. I will be there with you for the end. Sometimes I have to tell my friends, if I come on too strong about something, just let me know. I'm all in. I'm that all in friend. I am that friend that's ride or die. Right? And it's time. Sometimes, Scorpio, you don't need to be the ride or die friend. Sometimes you need to be ride or die for you. So make sure you are bringing in these boundaries that will keep your relationships healthy. I will say for you, maybe you are finding that you have more good people in your life than you realize, that this full moon is going to really help you to see the good people in your life that you've just kind of been overlooking. And maybe it's your siblings, or maybe it's your cousins, your neighbors, your friends that maybe you haven't had that connection with them, and you're being called to have that connection. Or some of these people need to go. Some of them you just need to let go of them. It all depends on each person. You got to figure out what that is for you. Also, maybe there's something around conversations and networking that will help you with the legal affair. Or let's see here. The third house is also something around business. Some of the Scorpios might be in business. And so this full moon might be asking you I don't know. It's kind of like shore up on your business skills or stand in your power, stand on your money with these business skills and get it launched. Because this seventh house is also like the people who love you when you have a business or you're online, and it can really help you with securing some, what do you call it? Like, customers and clients and stuff like that. But more than anything, I just want to kind of speak to that psychological piece of the mindset. And sometimes you got to refine things. Like what you thought, rough draft. You need to refine it. Okay. Let me see. I'll go to the comments in between. Love me a Scorpio. Yes. Scorpios are forces. Forces. One of my brothers and one of my nieces are Scorpio, and both are going through it. Yeah. Yeah. Yep. Yep. Okay, who is this next? Sagittarius. Let's go on ahead and switch. Don't let me forget. Sag. Okay. All right, Sagittarius. So for the Sagittariuses, the full moon is actually happening in the 6th house. The 6th house is place of work, but this Pluto is over here in this 2nd house of money and self-worth and value. And so it's kind of like if you want your place of work to change, Scorpio, then it's like, what's the last little bit of transformation around your self-worth, your value, maybe your relationship with money that needs to change and transform? Something around money needs to change and transform in order for you to get the result that you want in this 6th house. Because this 6th house, it could be that some of the Sagittariuses are like, hey, we're doing great in our health and wellness. We're doing great with career, right? Where you're stuck, though, is this 2nd house of money, of worth, of value. When it comes to health, it could be you're stuck because of you really do need to change your diet. And you're never going to get the health and well-being that you want as long as you keep this same diet. So I want you to be thinking about that, Sagittarius. Yes, I want to really just kind of hone in on it's something about money and relationship and your relationship to money and finances. I don't know if you are too tight on your money or you not tight enough on your money, something like that, Sagittarius. That is going to really help you over here in the 6th house. That has to do with the workplace, and it's also something around systems. I tell you what, you want to make more money, you got to have some good systems there. That might be something that comes up. But the transformation is in the house that has to do with Taurus. Capricorn. And so it's something about tightening up. Maybe you're just too loosey-goosey. You need to have better systems. And, Sagittarius is this free-spirited type of energy. I don't want to be held down. I don't tell me what to do. I don't like too many routines because they make me feel like closed up and caged in. But it's kind of like you want that money success. You're going to have to here we go. Values. Your values need to be in alignment with the kind of workplace that you want, the kind of results that you want, when it comes to career, when it comes to your business. You have to value having systems. That might be something that some of the Sagittariuses need to hear. You want health and wellness, you need to have the values. So maybe it's like this last little bit of transformation for the Sagittariuses comes in. Your values need to change. You do not have the values that are going to get you the money, that are going to get you the kind of results that you want, at the job or with your business. You've got to have the values that go with them. So I know I sound a little bit negative, but again, I'm trying to get y'all to see how this can really work for you. Let me just stay here for now. Scorpio sun, and yes, this resonates also. Okay. Yeah. I know it resonated for me as a Scorpio. Okay, Capricorn. Let's look at you. Capricorn. So Capricorn, this is happening in your 5th house. And, you know, Capricorns don't have enough fun. I'm talking about the Taurus full moon. This is really like, come on, Capricorns, y'all need to have a little bit more fun. It might bring up something around dating and romance and all of that. But there's some change that you need to fundamentally make in yourself. You've had Pluto in your sign since what, 2007, 8, something like that. It's been a major transformation. It's like a lot of healing, even though it could feel like Pluto was kind of destroying you, Capricorn. But yeah, it's really important that you begin to realize that this is your last few days of being able. It's kind of like I see Capricorn almost at that finish line. It's like your hand is just so close to that finish line, Capricorn. And you just know you're just almost there. And I want you to use these last few days of Pluto and Capricorn to actually get past that finish line. And that finish line is you making that transformation in you. Capricorn, I love Capricorn. I do. But Capricorn is a little bit of a sign that can just be so hard on everybody and themselves. But it's kind of like, always remember, when you're pointing your finger at someone else, you got 3 pointing back at you. And a lot of times, this is a lesson I had to learn years ago. When I feel like I want to fix somebody else and I can see all the problems with everybody else and all the things that they're doing wrong, is typically what's actually really in me. And so I want you to really take stock on that. What is it in you that you know, once I make this change, I'm going to have more fun. I'll be able to go out on dates. I will shine in my greatness as, the successful person that I am. You can allow your little girl to roam free. You'll have more fun with your children. These are the changes for Capricorn that I want so badly for you. Because Capricorn is like Scorpio, is one of the hardest signs to be born under. It takes a lot. And a lot of times Capricorns become happier the older they get. So, but I say, why not embrace that now, to really get to a place where you can, Capricorn, so you can be creative. Taurus full moon is happening in your house of creativity. So you can be more creative, maybe even have your own business, Capricorn. All right. So I know I went kind of hard, but y'all are the reality check sign. So y'all be like, girl, bring it. I ain't crying. Capricorns ain't no joke. They'll dish it and they'll take it too. Aqua Sun, Virgo Moon, Cappy Rising. Yes, I am in need of some fun. All right, Azizi. See you soon. Okay, so let's look at Aquarius. Here we go, Aquarius. Uma bean. Let me take a sip of water. Everybody tell me while I just take a moment. I'm gonna put it right there because then I'll go back to, it'll be easier for me to create the chapters. What are you drinking? And I forgot to show what I'm drinking out of. Dream big, work hard, make it happen. That's the cup I'm drinking out of today. Yeah. That is the energy that I am in today. Okay, Aquarius. Okay, Aquarius, this is happening in your 4th house. Oh. Aquarius, this is happening in your 4th house. And so it definitely could be illuminating something around home and family and your emotions. And you could be very emotional, Aquarius. You're one of the air signs. So you could be very emotional. You can feel nostalgic with this moon. It's kind of like, oh, I remember when I was a kid and, smelling mama's food or daddy's this or grandma that or auntie this or it's whatever from the childhood. You remember we played in the neighborhood. You can just feel so nostalgic with this moon. And it can make you just want to be with family. And but again, it's gonna really be it could feel very emotional. You could get an emotional breakthrough because you are like the other air signs that I've talked about. You have especially Aquarius, they have a button. They could just turn off feelings. They're just like feelings off. I feel nothing. You can't penetrate me. You can't do nothing. I feel nothing, right? They can be so detached, Aquarius. This full moon is maybe that opportunity for you to tap into where there is some emotional block and get some type of a breakthrough, an emotional breakthrough. Let's see here. Oh, and you may want to be doing some ancestral work. So yeah. Let's see here. So where is the block? You're very similar to Gemini in that there's something subconscious, is something unseen that it's requiring a transformation. It could be it's something in the subconscious mind is what I'll call it. Or maybe you as an Aquarius need to be more spiritual. You need to tap more into your spirituality. That will help you to stand in your power, or it'll create the transformation that will allow you to, it's actually kind of like Aquarius, you are looking to be able to just kind of stand firmly within yourself, to just kind of stand on your business and feel completely and totally good about it. Maybe you want to move, maybe you want to live someplace new, and whatever this internal shift is that you need to happen is going to help. And it might be through spirituality, it might be through creativity. And also, I just really encourage Aquariuses to use things like meditation and use things like hypnosis and NLP, all these things that work on the subconscious mind, maybe even using some affirmations where you're kind of listening to something. You're not actively saying them, you're just allowing your subconscious mind to wrap around it. And that's going to help you to get a new beginning that you're looking for, especially around like family and where you live. Okay, water, Shango. In the dentist chair. I love it. Minister Ocean Kimmy, I can get very detached too. My Pisces moon is at 0 degrees, and I really feel like an Aquarius sometimes. Yeah, I can believe that. I can believe that. Let's see here. You also have Mars. Some people's chart I've looked at so much. This is how I know this, y'all, because I don't all the time remember everything. But you also have Mars in Gemini in the 11th house. That will make you feel like an Aquarius. If you have planets in the 11th house, it will make you feel like an Aquarius. Plus you're Leo and Virgo. Yeah, it will make you be able to be detached. Ancestral work is my jam. Been staying on a schedule that supports me creating my business. Nice. And not get sidetracked by recent resentments. Okay. I love that. Yes. Okay. Last but not least, we have Pisces. Now, this is a little bit of a fun house, This is a little bit of fun house. So the full moon is happening in the 3rd house, and the Capricorn transformation is in your 11th house, Pisces. So for the 3rd house, it's something around the mind and mindset, and maybe you find that you are standing in a little bit of a more empowered mindset, or it could be something creative you've written, or some creative communication, some creativity around business also could be coming through for you, Pisces, and something around siblings and friends and relationships. It's like this moon is going to be highlighting all of these topics for you. Where the transformation needs to happen is in the 11th house. So it's something for some of the Pisces around who you're hanging out with, friends, vibe tribe, collectives, that kind of thing. And it's kind of like the collective that you're hanging out in might need to transform in order for you to get to where you need to go. Or maybe, progress is being held up because the goals are not what they need to be. Let's see here. Transformation around maybe even just going for the goals. Pisces can be a little bit of, let's just call it a relaxed energy. It's a very relaxed energy. Pisces can be very scattered at times. And so it's kind of like, get serious about these goals that you got. You're not serious enough. The transformation is in getting serious about these goals that you set for yourself and making progress on them. Staying focused might be something that's coming up. Let's see here. Pisces definitely is a sign that does not know boundaries. So maybe some of this is about, it's like have some more boundaries. Follow the plan, Pisces. Stop deviating. Stop getting distracted and stick with the plan. Because Pisces definitely is one who will get the plan and not follow the plan. No disrespect. I'm a Pisces, so I'm not bashing Pisces. Y'all know I love all 12 signs. It's just I want to make sure that we all are understanding the mission of this full moon. Let's see here. 11th house. It's like being gameful is something that you need to buy into, Pisces, because the 11th house has to do with being gameful. And it's kind of like, why is Pisces not being gameful right now? You want to buy into being gameful. Pisces, you should be open up to spirit helping you. Pisces is the sign where the magic happens from you doing something good for someone else, not expecting anything in return, and having a knowing that you will always be taken care of by the divine. The problem with Pisces is, we can sometimes just mentally be unwell or be so distracted, or we're like trying to get away that it's hard to get us anchored in, right? So that's the transformation is get yourself anchored in and own gamefulness. Own that the universe is always working in your favor and that this is your time. Before Pluto moves into Aquarius, you are going to full on embrace. You are empowered to receive more money from the work that you do, a lot of money from the work that you do. And you are going to be more mindful around the people who you hang out with and having boundaries around that kind of thing. Because the 11th house, where Pluto is for you right now, is in this house that has to do with boundaries. The full success will come, Pisces, through this transformation around, it's something around like who you hang out with and just really owning that energy of being gameful. I was just trying to think. It also could be something around technology because this 11th house where Capricorn is for you, it has to do with technology. And it may be, I know me as a Pisces, I am definitely right now is so much about technology. And what am I going to do? It's like I'm moving from one platform to another because I just haven't been able to be gameful on one, and I need to move to the other because it connects to my Shopify store, So it could be something around your use of the internet and technology. You haven't been leveraging your full power, and that's something that needs to happen for Pisces. I did it, mama. Let's see here. What do y'all have to say? Organizational skills. And that's when I know my moon is in Pisces, scattered and distracted. We can't help ourselves. We're free spirits. What can I say? We flow. Oh my gosh, we flow. Stick with the plan. Tyra reading me down right now. Oh my gosh. Look, all the Pisces, we are in solidarity. So yeah. One astrological tip I want to give you is where you are weak, hang out with that sign that's strong there. It's one of the reasons I hang out with Virgo and Capricorn, because my Pisces energy is strong. So I have to hang out with Capricorns and Virgos because the Capricorns have boundaries and they're like, that's not what we planned on. Like, no, I'm not doing it. The plan said A, B, C. And Virgo is like, let me look at my list. One moment. Oh no. Oh no. No. You have not gotten A, B, C, or D done. So no, that's not okay what you're doing right now. That was not on our list of things to do for today. For those who lack emotion, you need to go hang out with a few of the water signs. Even though sometimes y'all like, oh my gosh, all this water, I can't take it, right? But it'll help to soften you down, right? Or people who need more grounding energy, go hang out with some of the earth signs. Or if you need more fire, you just don't have any get up and go, baby, go hang out with the fire signs, especially Aries if you need get up and go. Or if you need that inspiration and seeing that big picture and just like, yes, I have the faith that we can get it done, you need to go hang out with Leos and Sagittarius. Where you are weak and someone else is strong, and you don't even have to ask them necessarily to help you, just have them in your sphere. My husband, he's a Scorpio. Scorpio is not distracted though, okay? The Scorpios, they are very strategic. But Scorpio, and then he's also Aquarius. And when we first got together, I was just like, I'll be just doing my little Pisces thing and I'm just flowing and I'm just like out there in the clouds with the pixies and the unicorns. And I said, Craig is like a chain. It's like a chain is connected to me and he yanks me down back to reality. I crack up at it every time, right? But initially it kind of startled me. Craig, I used to say, why do you do that to me? He was like, I keep you grounded, Tyra. I keep you grounded. So if anyone if I needed, this Pisces needed someone to ground her, I'm telling you, I found them. Craig keeps a sister grounded. He's like, no, we're going to do reality here. But then there are times when he's just like not touchy-feely enough. And he's like, okay, I'm going to follow your lead on this, Tyra. I'm going to follow your lead on the touchy-feely, right? So yeah, just hang out with people like that. The signs that empower me are Gemini and Aries. I love that. My Mars and my Chiron. Love it. They was about to give me his anxiety. I had to calm him down. Like, you're not about to give me your anxiety. Breathe. Pisces and Aquarius. Wow. Yeah, that's good, mama. You did good. Tell Zayal his goddess aunties say hello. Internet aunties say hello. Craig be keeping a sister humble. Okay, so I'm going to pull. I said I was going to pull from my Moon Magic deck since we're approaching the full moon. Let's just look at the full moon card. How about that? We're going to look at the full moon card. Let me see if I can find it. I do need to drink some water. I'm going to turn on a song just really quickly. I want y'all to dance. You can dance in your chair. I just need a moment to get my mind straight. Oh yeah, let's dance. I'm looking for the card, y'all. That was easy. Thanks. Hey. Okay. Let me I had to find that full moon card and I didn't want a whole bunch of dead space. Oh yes. Oh yes. Good. Yes, let them know. You're so welcome. Thank you for being here. We got all the dancers. Okay, let's look at this full moon. Full moon card. I decided just to pull it out. So full moon has to do with luck, dynamism, and emotions. Such a bright and happy card, which foretells of great good fortune and dreams of coming true. When the full moon shines on you in your life, you can expect a run of good luck, happy events, and positive outcomes. I honestly believe this moon has this in it. Okay. Even with some of the Capricorn, Saturn energy, I believe that this is something that we can anticipate. As the moon reaches its peak, so its influence can bring a sudden rush of activities and situations that have been stagnant. See? This card indicates that a time of dynamic movement is about to unfold in your life. It could bring about big changes or a sense of settling down. It indicates that magic is in the air and all around you. So now is a great time to cast spells for what you need. Shannon, you got a spell for us? Or any of the sisters who know the spells, all that. Let's see here. The energies of this card can also suggest a time of craziness when life gets a bit manic before calming down again. If this is at play right now, know that it is a brief period that will soon pass. Take extra care of yourself and your loved ones until the moon madness passes, as it can be a very emotional time. For the most part, though, this is a wonderful card, full of positive energies and good vibes, bringing bright blessings your way. So enjoy while it lasts. She has many for the sisters. Many, many, many. Okay, so let me pull another card. I just thought, let's look at the full moon card since we are at the full moon. But let's see who wants to speak to us. Interesting. This is very, very interesting. Waning gibbous. Waning gibbous. So, whenever we are dealing with the waning energy, this is a time of like reflection and releasing and letting go. And it's kind of like taking stock. So that's very, very interesting. The keywords: reflection, respite, and processing. So this is what I want y'all to be doing with this full moon. This card represents the immediate aftermath of a significant event. A waning gibbous moon appears just after the bustling energy of the full moon, and it is a time of anticlimax and reflection. Drawing this card would suggest that you have been through the mill a bit, and now is the time to reflect and take stock of your life and where those events have left you. And I did not know what card I was going to pull, but it's very in the energy of that Pluto and Capricorn that I was talking about. Take a breath and gather your thoughts before you do anything. This card indicates that a time of decompression is in order as you come to terms with your recent events of your life. Even positive, happy events such as moving to a new house, getting married, having a baby, or graduating can take their toll. It might be that you feel the need to retreat for a while and spend some time in solitude or with very close family. It could be that circumstances have run away with you, or you have had the rug pulled out from under you in some way. Even success can leave us feeling somewhat overwhelmed at times. This card is telling you to sit for a while and come to terms with those events. We talked about this in the beginning. Reality check. This is a reality check moon. Rather than fighting against them, sit with them rather than fighting against them. Here's a message that I really want to say to everybody. All will be well. All will be well. Okay. So I love that from Shannon. Best one that is simple. This is a spell. Best one that is simple is to call the elements in and burn a white candle with the bay leaf. Write your needs on the bay leaf. Focus your mind on the need and burn your bay leaf. And then close your circle. Close your circle. I'm going to do that. That is so, so good. So I'm going to give this right here, Shannon, to you for that. All righty. Okay, one more card. I have to pull from this deck, the Mythical Goddess Tarot deck. What do you want us to know for this full moon? Interesting. I pulled a DT. Oh, let me take that down. A DT. And the name of this card is the Void. So let's see how this relates to this moon based on everything else that we've talked about. The Void. So Aditi is the Hindu mother of all gods and goddesses. She is the great womb and the primordial abyss that precedes creation. From the ultimate void, she gave birth to the stars and planets. She is pure divinity and existed before time as the infinity of Mother Space. She comes during times of the great void that precede transition. Oh my God. If we ain't in a void right now, y'all, I don't know what this time is called. She is the emptiness that must be acknowledged when the way before you is dark and unclear, helping you to face the unknown with surety and without fear. Aditi allows you to see the results of your actions before acting, to use the fertile seed times to gain new perspective and fresh ideas. So what I want to say about that is, if you are unclear about where you need to go, sitting with this energy of Aditi, she will help you to see, if I'm going to do this, how, is this, where is it going to take me down the path? You really want to be sitting with this energy, so that you'll know when it's time to plant those seeds, when they're fertile times that do come through, you have the right ideas, the right intentions, the right goals, dreams, and wishes, seeds to plant. All right. Aditi holds all possibilities for your future, which becomes clearer through self-reflection, which is again connected to that waning gibbous moon, self-reflection. So this is a moon to really do a lot of self-reflecting and processing. Okay. So Aditi holds all possibilities of your future, which becomes clearer through self-reflection and understanding. Before your world is manifested, Aditi brings all possibilities to you for creating the world of substance to come. So the way I see this moon, and maybe it's that Uranus energy that's there, is this moon can help us to really see all of the possibilities that exist. And a lot of us need to break out of, there's just this one reality. And, it's metaphysics. In metaphysics, it is taught all possibilities are there. They all exist. It's what you focus on the most is what manifests. And so we will be given an opportunity to see more than just one road, one path forward. The DT will help us. And so I just want y'all to be understanding, this is definitely a time of void. We are definitely standing in the void. We are in transformative times. We've been like this for how long now? Easily since 2020. Like it could be argued that is without question since 2020 at the very least. But anywho, yeah, let's sit with this goddess Aditi. Anyone else know any more about Aditi? I always read. I always love it when I pull her. Aditi, it stands for, check this out, boundless, limitless. It also means innocence. Yeah, I'll have to study a little bit more about a DT. I've never actually just sat and worked with a DT, but at the very least, all you have to do is just call in the energy of a DT. You could say with grace and ease, and imagine that you're sitting there with her, or imagine that you're sitting in the void, and just you're being held. You're in no thingness, no time. There's no time. It's really this energy of going within you and going into the void. Most of us stay so much in our conscious mind and this 3D reality of understanding of who and what we are, and we want to take that time to get quiet, where we go into, it's like this, for me, the way I perceive it is this energy of darkness and no thingness. It's almost like there's no differentiation in anything between me and anything else. It's just this oneness, and just sit there and allow yourself to receive, or receive a message, or allow yourself to just to be taught, to receive some wisdom, to be shown some things. That's how I would do it with this full moon. I do want to just bring in the energy of Oshun. So I'm going to go to my African goddess rising deck. Now we know Oshun. We could also say the energy of Heteru is out of Nigeria. Heteru would be Egypt or Kemet, if that's how you want to say it. And the reason I'm talking about Heteru is because, Oshun and Heteru, is because this is the energy that is connected to Venus. This is a Venusian deity. And, Taurus, that's why I have on green. Taurus is really this energy of the earth. So make sure you are connecting with the energy of Taurus during this moon, wearing some earthy colors, going outside, standing on the earth, because again, we want to make sure we're being practical and we apply the astrology. We don't want to just have it up here in the brain. We want to embody it. And so part of the way this really sets in, and then the energy works with us instead of operating or acting on us, we're working synergistically with it, is put on Taurus-like clothes or work with the goddess Oshun. Oshun is yellow, orange. You could even put in like green and yellow together. That's how she looks as Heteru. You want to wear the colors. You want to do things that are creative during this full moon. And I believe that doing these creative things like dancing and maybe whatever your art form is, it'll help you to get into that void with the DT. Okay. Hi, Jaimin. And let's see here. Oh, Oshun is all about manifestation. She is all about law of attraction. So maybe something that you want to do is, I created if you're a part of it, hold on one second. I did an all audio summit that was all about helping women be successful using spirituality. And I created a Taurus hypnosis track. So go back and use that if you were a part of my summit. I probably should just link, maybe I'll link it in the description box after I get off the live. You can go to my store and download it if you want. I'll create a coupon code for people who don't have it and you want to get it. Turn on Oshun songs, or turn on some program that you took that's about manifesting, law of attraction, abundance. Maybe you want to be focused on money, and you need to be listening to people who are talking about money, or you decide you want to go in and organize all your finances or something like that. It's kind of like, what is it that you can do to invite in this energy of abundance and ease and flow? And part of it is to work with the goddesses. And so, maybe others have a version of this goddess in your tradition that you want to share. I don't know if this is at to be, Shannon, so you can let us know in your tradition, what is that? Um, Heteru, Aphrodite. So Oshun is definitely about love, and she's to a certain degree energy of fun. She's deep wisdom. And so turn on some Oshun songs, dance with Oshun, chant her name. You could just keep chanting Oshun, 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 Oshun. But yeah, I want y'all to be doing something with the goddesses. So hopefully some of those suggestions are helpful. Oh, Oshun is the river. You could go to a river and make an offering of some sort. I don't know if we can make the offering of that bay leaf that Shannon told us about in the spell work. But maybe you could go leave an offering like a flower or some honey in the river for Oshun. And I want y'all to understand, when we work with these goddesses, and I'll just say deities, because there's masculine deities that we work with. When we work with these goddesses, it's really to access the goddess within you. Yes, there is the outer goddess that is great, but the lesson that I am here to share with you is the goddess wants you to tap her energy inside of you. She wants you to know her in you as you. She is you. You are the emissary of the Great Mother. You are an avatar of the Great Mother. We could literally, for every woman who watches this live stream, create an oracle deck with your name on a card, because you represent the Great Mother right here on the face of the planet. And so part of the reason we do all this astrological work is because what we want to do is to get us so opened up to that divine feminine within ourselves that more of us are standing healthy in our body, healthy in our mind, healthy in our spirit, that we are prosperous, that we have the relationships in our lives that we love, be it love or interpersonal, that when hard things happen, we know that we are tapped into the energy of Oya, Kalima, Pele. We will be the phoenix rising again. And our consciousness has been so broken and destroyed that we have forgotten the power that lies within us. And so we spend each moon, especially these full moons, taking that time out to make sure that we stay on our path to empowerment. So I want y'all to make sure that y'all understand we bow down to no one. The Great Mother, the message that she gives me to give to you all, this is my personal message from the Great Mother to you all, is she don't even want you to bow down to her. She wants you to, let me not cuss, she wants you to stand up. She wants you to effing stand up. Totally upright. Shoulders up, back and down. Stand up in your power. No more bowing down. That is not how we do it. Yeah, we pay homage to the Great Mothers. Let me tell you, when Oya is out there blowing, I'm like, Oya, hello, Oya, hello. To the Great Mother, Oya, we're just asking you to be gentle. Calm down. We love you. Oya. You know what I mean? It's like, yeah, when you standing out there at that ocean and those big waves are flowing. When I went down there to the ocean recently, that Pacific Ocean is different. It's got a different feel from the Atlantic. No, it doesn't. Now that I think about it, I went to Puerto Rico this year. and I went to Hawaii. That ocean ain't no joke. Don't matter where you are. It's like, ooh, you see those waves. It's like, calm down. Woo. Be out there in that ocean. It's like, respect, mother, respect. You'll recognize. Go stand at the Grand Canyon, and it's like, I am insignificant. Yes, there is this greatness that we get to be in awe of. But ultimately, the message is stand up and be the powerful goddess that you are. Wake up and remember. All right. Let's see here. All G Hive sisters can reach out and I can assist you with deeper spell work. Reach out to Shannon. She's in Mighty Networks if you're in there. She did join Mighty Networks. Grand Rising is the sacral energy that sparks before we create. Okay. I love that. So working with the sacral chakra. That is so, so good. Thank you. The soulful creatrix, Aliacia, she's another, I don't know if minister, PhD in metaphysics. Jaimin, I've been gravitating towards green colors lately. I have 3 different color greens on my nails now. I love it. Aditi, she is the mother of all the creators, so she would be perfect. Okay. Had to be, excuse me. Ooh, where's my thing going? What am I missing? Oh, I use timers all the time. We're going to be getting off here pretty soon because I need to, I've been sitting down too long. Bay leaf. Yes, my guys want the smoke of bay leaves. What's going on? Go back and look at the comment. Shannon gave us a spell for using bay leaves. And if you can't get to the water, a bowl of water and add honey to that for an offering. Love it. Yes, stand up. Yeah. The mother told me, don't you ever, ever act like you are less than. You better stand up. Not only do you stand up, you're going to stand up and you're going to go out and you're going to be doing work on behalf of the great mother for humanity. It's just how it is. Bay leaf is the herb of transformation, intention, and many others. All ancestors use bay leaf in everything, and it's a superb, powerful herb. Nice. Yeah, hypnotize at the water. I get that. Okay, Shannon is also on Substack, so you can find her there also. Ocean water. Yes. Okay, queens. Well, that's what I have for you all. Happy full moon. I am actually going to be creating a membership again. I'm just not going to do it on YouTube. I'm going to do it in one of 2 places. I think I want to just put it inside of my Mighty Networks. That's the one I'm going to promote the most. So I'm just going to say that. And the reason I want to put it in Mighty Networks is because we get to be a community there. But I just like creating the new moon content. I love creating the retrograde stuff. I really love it. And it just feels like it goes to a waste if I just create it and just use it for my coachees or something like that. So I'm inviting y'all to be looking for me putting those back out again. This next new moon that we come to, the Sagittarius new moon, I'm going to put, I'll always talk about it in general, but I'm going to create, through the signs for the new moon and put that in my membership. So I will be sending word out about that soon. And let me see, anything else? I think that's all I want to share with you all. Please like the video. Please share the video. If you haven't liked the video right now, I'm asking you, all the sisters who are here live, all the sisters who are watching the replay, if y'all would please like the video. Yes, many blessings, sisters. Find your light within and always stay in your power. Love y'all all. Besitos. So let's see here. Y'all have a good one. I am going to turn on a little music. Let's do our little belly dance music. Boricua. Y'all. Let me see down low. Hey. Hey. Are y'all dancing with me? I knew you were gonna see samba. All right, who else is dancing? All righty. Y'all dancing? Good. Shake it, shake it, shake it. Oshun, Kimmy. All right, happy full moon. Y'all make sure y'all take good care of yourselves. All right. Work those hips. Work those hips.